Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So, today's episode, we're going to talk about there are no guarantees in prepping. Now, this video comes about obviously because there are people out there who think that once they have all their preps squared away, that it's all good. Now, there's a few people that think like that out there, and I think to myself, that's impossible, right? Who would think that it's all good once you have everything, or you think you have everything? And there are some people out there that honestly do. Now, this video is actually probably 2 years old, maybe. I did this video originally on my original channel, and I was going to repost the video, but I'm like, fuck it, why do that when I could just do it all over again and be a little more current to the situation that's going on, which is, pandemic, riots, looting, fucking peaceful protesting, so with all of that going on, I'm updating the video. So here it is. So anyway, prepping is not an absolute, right? So guys, just because you prep, just because you think you have it all, doesn't mean nothing's going to happen to you. Doesn't mean you're protected around this prepper shell. And now that you have everything and you have your little house in the hill and your bunker in the ground, whatever it is, that nothing can happen to you. That is absolute bullshit. Prepping just lessens your problems. It makes you more adaptable to the situation, but it does not dissolve you of the things that go on or can go on. Prepping is not a shield from society. It's not a shield from the real world. You're going to get affected by whatever else happens behind the situation that you were preparing for, right? So, I guess case in point, there was a guy in Hurricane Sandy. He was a prepper, probably a hidden prepper at that. He lost all of his preps in Hurricane Sandy, right? So he had all his shit in the basement, which some preppers do. Some preppers keep their shit in the garage, or some preppers keep their shit in the attic. His was in the basement, and the basement got flooded, and all his shit was lost. Now, I'm going to sit there and say most of his shit was lost, because if he had stuff in plastic bags and wrapped or whatever it was, it should be fine. But everything else that he might have had that was affected by the water is gone and destroyed. So now he has to start from scratch all over again. That right there is a huge lesson in don't take stock in your stock, if you will. Make sure you have what you have at home. Make sure you have a backup plan. Your backup plan should be in another location, obviously, right? Or maybe if you have your shit in the basement, you have stuff in the attic, or you have stuff on the main floor throughout the house, right? Make sure you have a backup plan. Don't sit there and go, man, I got everything and it's all good, and then your piece of land gets wiped out because some giant fucking flood, right? So now your cash, and everything that was hidden and everything that was in your home is wiped out, right? You don't want to go through that. I'm pretty sure it's a painful experience, especially being that it takes you years to get all of that stuff. Always have a backup plan and always have a backup location for your preps. In my case, my backup location is my storage unit, right? Somewhere in the city. I have a storage unit as my backup plan. Should there be a fire here and the fire wipes out my apartment, I still have preps in another location. So, and the backup plan was more out of space. That's what it really was. It wasn't like light bulb didn't go off in my head and I was like, backup location, storage unit. No, I just didn't have enough room. But when I started looking at it as a fire happening here, I'm like, thank God I have a storage unit, because that's my backup plan. So, like I said before, or I'm going to say it again, you're not above a disaster, guys. That's the bottom line. Whatever you prepare for, you have to prepare mentally and physically as well. If your preps get wiped out, that is not the time for you to give up now. You don't sit there and go, man, all the fucking hard work I've done, the 5, 10, 20 years it took me to get this shit, and now it's all gone, I'm fucking giving up. No, that is not the time to give up. That is why you have a backup plan, a backup location, and a backup attitude, if you will. The shit gets wiped out, guess what, guys? You start all over again. Hopefully, your shit doesn't get wiped out during a disaster or during a shit hits the fan scenario, all right? Assuming it doesn't happen during that, and it happens, let's say, now, you start all over again. It's simple as that. You don't give up, you don't give in. You just move forward. Now, when I said your mental and physical health, your physical health as well. If your shit gets lost, you're going to be stressed out. That's without a doubt. But don't let that stress hinder your body, hinder your spirit. Don't let that stress destroy you. Cry about it for however long it takes you to cry about it, and then move the fuck on and start all over again, right? It's sort of like my YouTube channel, right? My first channel gets deleted, and I was stressed out about it. I was ready to punch a couple of holes in the wall, but I didn't. I fucking, went downstairs, I cursed, I screamed, I was looking to beat up on a hipster, and then I let it go. And then that was that. Then I started anew, right? YouTube channel was hard work. That hard work was gone, like that. So guess what, guys? Such is life. I started over again, right? That's what you have to do in a prepping situation, guys. If you lose your shit, you start over again. All right, so I'm going to do a video on something called acceptable losses. The title speaks for itself, but I'm going to go more in depth about the stuff in your home, guys, is acceptable losses. That stuff that you unfortunately going to have to cut ties with if shit is that bad. If you have to buck out of your home, if you have to leave your area, that stuff is gone. It's no longer yours, right? Unless you take it back by force, or you put the fire out before it destroys all of your home. Acceptable losses are everything inside your home. The only thing that's not acceptable is your life and your bug out bag if you're bugging out, right? But again, that's a different video for another time. So this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like, subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching.